I'm Eric D'Amato,
And I'm Classic Gamer.
and welcome back to the Narwhal and Classics post-play podcast. Before we get to the actual episode, we do have a quick announcement to make. For possibly going forward or just for a limited time, this show will be not appearing on both of our channels. To help Classics catch up in terms of subscribers, this show is going to be exclusive to Classics Gamer.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of me and you want to watch the show, you're going to have to come over and watch it here.
Yes, and I will admit I have a bit of green envy that I'm falling behind, but it's good friendly competition. I just look at your subscribers and go, right, I need to catch you up. Yeah. So I have obviously been mentioning Merrick's channel. Other times I've done my own videos, but those videos probably won't be out for a little while. As everyone knows, I've restructured my channel to be a little bit like Merrick's, but not the same kind of down the same road, because his is like genres, films, stuff like that. Mine's all sorts of different things you get on the channel.
Yeah.
But I will also link Merrick's channel in my description for those who want to go and check out his content. Most recent lot of content is his 600 subscriber special
That's the one.
of
Both.
Star Wars Force Unleashed on both PS2 and PC, and the PC one was a redux of a
Yep.
previous LP had done in the past.
And the PS2 version of the game is, in my opinion, far superior.
I did watch the final fight with Darth Vader, and I was interested in what I saw. Unfortunately, it probably won't be for a little while that I actually do anything about it, about on that one. Even though I will have to eventually do a Star Wars playlist. But
Oh, definitely.
but today we are discussing a, a a trio of games that is the start of a forthcoming series. So I'm going to give it its own playlist on the channel. We'll probably will include it in my playlist of Spider-Man. Um, and the first of these games that came out on PS1, Dreamcast, and N64 and PC.
The N64 version is not super good.
No, it's not good. It's by far the weakest in terms of graphics.
And it
Um,
doesn't even have cutscenes. It has like
Text.
comic panel
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's it's a whole thing.
yeah. It's kind of like Mission Impossible in that regard. That has it does have a few cutscenes when they're answering like the self-destruct message and that kind of thing, but that's all it has. And there's no voice acting in either. But there is obviously in Spider-Man there is
There's
voice.
some voice. There is some voice acting. Like when Black Cat comes down the first level, she calls you Spider. But any of like the big cutscenes, they're not animated.
Yeah, it's a shame. But the game came out in 2000, um, as we said on the Sega, Dreamcast, the
Yep.
PS1, the N64, and PC. And it's arguably one of the best, if not the best, Spider-Man game of all time. In a lot of people's eyes, there is still a fan base for this game. And actually, I saw a video a few weeks ago that said that there are people who have gone into the files, I think, of the PC version and actually re-added in some of the files that have old what's it called levels, which
Mm.
I think that's what I remember hearing, which is very interesting. So, and this game is very comic kind of uh, based on. There's no sort of really like silliness or anything like that, and it's quite a serious story actually.
It is very, very kind of a little dark,
It
actually.
is a little dark. It starts off with of course the reformed in inverted commas, as you guys can't see me. Dr. Octavius giving a speech at the expo uh, thing, and suddenly he's saying
And Peter Parker's there,
in the crowd,
doing his reporting thing, And Eddie Brock is also there doing his also reporting thing.
And they bump into each other, and Brock is like, "Who's that?" And Peter's like, "That was Eddie Brock." And then suddenly you hear commotion on the stage, and Spider-Man appears, and
And
he's
obviously, Peter Parker is very confused by this.
yes, but
I
obviously
think his exact words are, wait, what? But I'm Spider-Man.
in the middle of a crowded room where probably everyone could hear him, even though there were screams going on. But yeah, he steals a device, and then the game then starts in a first sort of training level with Black Cat, um, giving you kind of like tips on how to swing, how to web swing, how to kick, how to punch. Very very simple.
One negative right off the bat with this game is because the villains have covered all of the ground with fog, toxic mist that will kill you. You are exclusively stuck on rooftops and the insides of buildings. You cannot go down to the street level at
But the
all.
re- but the reason why they did that, fun fact from the developer's point of view, they did this for one reason. It was because they didn't have the capability of doing draw distance or like street. I mean, come on. You think the fog's bad in this game? Think about the streets you see in the Spider-Man the movie game, the first one. Now
Ooh, yeah.
that is embarrassing because you look down, it's literally just pixelated cars that you hear sounds but you don't see any movement, or you see lights, or you hear voices shout up from the street when you're like 60 floors up, 60 stories up in the air. So meh, very very
It's
can argue very
it's
strongly in that.
fine, but
Not
it's
fine.
kind of it's only a letdown compared to like certain other later Spider-Man games.
Yeah. So you go through the first level, and it's just about
Some
tr-
deeply ugly men are robbing a bank.
yeah, and you have to get to the bank, and it's a tutorial level, so you learn how to do your web zipping, your pulling, which I love. Pulling a guy towards you, jumping out the way, and their head hitting a brick wall, or
Yeah,
pulling them off a side of a building, and then going well like that. It's very humorous.
I
Um,
like wrapping my fists in web and beating people up with them or
yeah,
doing the web
yeah,
shield
yeah,
explosion.
yeah. Um,
Um, this game does have a feature, a cool feature of some unlockable costumes.
yes, it does. It
And
has.
each one, they're not just there to look cool. Each one does like a cool little thing. I can't remember all the features, but one, for example, is the black suit gives you infinite webbing.
Yes, the
Because
ultimate Spider-Man that gives you invincibility.
yeah, the Spider-Man Unlimited from the show Spider-Man
Yeah, yeah,
Unlimited.
Spider-Man
That
Unlimited.
that's
Yeah,
there. I think that's in the second game though.
it's in both.
Oh, shit!
There's
All right.
Bagman, which is when Peter's in a Fantastic Four outfit. There's
That's only in the second one though. That's
it's in the
just.
first one as well. It's in the first one as well.
I think it's only on Dreamcast for the first one.
I've seen it on PS1. I could be wrong. There's
Okay.
also Ben Riley. There's Quick Change Spidey. There's Peter
Which is not
Parker.
quick change. Spidey is if you really want to challenge yourself and not be able to hold more than two web cartridges.
A lot of these ones don't hold more than two, but some of them have increased speed, some
Increased damage for
increased
Spider-Man
damage.
2099. A whole bunch of stuff for Captain Universe.
Yeah, so there are a lot of choices and a lot of things that make the games make the suits look good, and they did a lot of good work into it, and it's really nice. Also, another cool feature that this game does with Spider-Man is if you fly over to certain billboards, he'll make a comment about it.
Yep.
He'll make some kind of comment about it. So he'll like say, um, what was it? It was like Captain America. Yeah, I played with that guy, or some other character. I think it was, or there's another one in another level later where you're being chased by the police. We'll get to that one in more detail. But there's like a gossip newspaper, and the title is Monsters Invest Sewers, and his comment is monsters, investors. Yeah, right. And you just climb off it and swing away. I always make a point of showing that off because that's just such a great. I don't know if you put the line in cheekily during that.
It's definitely foreshadowing because you do go to the
You
sewers
do, you do,
and they're full of
and you
monsters.
do see the monsters depicted on the billboard.
Yep.
But so the first level continues. You see Black Cat again. You avoid the police who go, if we get up to him, he's gonna be one dead bug. And
You say in the bank you knock out all the bank robbers. You steal the bomb. You take their bomb,
he says
and
the
then you
most
very
cheesiest line ever. I need to put the bomb in a safe place.
okay. That's only if you're playing on easy, on like super easy mode. I know you played this on kid mode, right?
Yeah, he says it on there as well,
He doesn't say that on normal or hard mode.
doesn't he?
No.
Oh. But he does say some funny lines as he comes down into the bank. He goes, "Oh, I hope they don't mind if I make a quick deposit." So
But
yeah,
you lock the bomb in the safe. You win.
not this time, guys.
Each level also has like a cool comic book cover
Yep,
as its entry thing. You can actually collect comic book covers throughout the level. They give you costumes.
I've not found every single
Neither
comic.
have I.
You haven't, or you
But
have?
I have not.
Yeah, I don't actually know where they all are. So
After that, you get one of the more ridiculous scenes in the game. Um, because you get a phone call
yes,
from J. Jonah Jameson.
from JJ.
I need to explain how ridiculous this is. Because J. Jonah Jameson calls Peter Parker because the Scorpion is currently attacking him. And he calls Peter Parker to ask Peter to call the police. Why did he not just call the police?
I don't know,
That's
but
Parker, shut up and call the police.
Scorpion hears, aha! And then you have to rush to the bank while
Yeah,
JJ is getting attacked.
before any of this old meter of how close
Yeah,
Scorpion's getting to
and you hear the Scorpion taunting him, and he goes, "Get away, Gargan! Your time is running out."
running out.
And then also there is, I think, if you go get it triggered, Marco Polo. So there is some very funny, very cheesy, very humorous lines, and I will touch on this very briefly. But DSP played through this game,
Yeah,
and obviously we all know that when he gets a game, he's going to trash on it somehow. And there was
yeah.
one thing he said in a later level, actually in the Daily Bugle level later, and his line was, "I feel sorry for people who played this game growing up." And of course, saying something like that when you've got fans of the game watching your video is only going to alienate that fan base.
Yeah,
And when you alienate the Spider-Man fan base, you're a bit outnumbered.
yeah. We're everywhere,
Yeah, we are.
and I'm not even that big a Spider-Man fan.
No, but
There,
Spider-Man's my
there
favorite.
is a moment. There is a moment in this game. It's way later on. It's a very quick thing, but it makes me really fucking happy. In one of when you're going through the city, you see like a little orange thing, like go like a little orange, like some kind of orange thing. I know there's a head is on fire and like two other things are on fire, and they're going up the side of a building, making a trail of fire, and it's Ghost Rider
See, I don't know if that's in
driving up
the.
the side of the building, and as Ghost Rider's my favorite, and I'm so happy that's there.
I don't know if that is actually in the actual main game or if it's in that what if thing.
Yeah, it's in the what if mode, but still, it makes me really happy.
Do you do the what if? Have you done
No,
have you
no,
done
I have
your
not.
play yet?
I may actually, I may do that.
Oh, well, it'd be
But
interesting to see.
it's just it makes me as a Ghost Rider fan. I just love seeing him and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's
But
fair enough.
after kicking beating up the Scorpion,
Yep.
your right up next is the Rhino.
Yes, with one of the best, with my favourite fight out of this game and the next game, the second game. Not Unlimited Spider-Man or Ultimate Spider-Man, but the first two, this game and Enter Electro. This is my favourite level because you can literally taunt Rhino
Yes,
for ages, and his health will go down, but very slow. And you can just make him run into walls, and you'll jump out the way, and he'll get his horn stuck in the wall. And Spider-Man will say something like, "Toro, Toro, watch out for that wall, or look out for that wall." And he goes, "Oh, what's the matter? You heard of Tursky Wursky?" Like, just sort of
I
taunting Rhino.
I can see why you like it, but having played most of the Spider-Man games now, I'm just so fucking tired of the Rhino
Yeah, I think I am.
because he keeps popping up, and it's always the same exact boss fight.
Well, Rhino. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's always he runs around. You trick him into running into a wall. He gets stunned. You beat him up. Rinse, repeat. Then he dies.
Yeah, that fight was kind of repeated in Ultimate Spider-Man, wasn't it?
Ultimate Spider-Man actually did it differently. It was kind of cooler in Ultimate Spider-Man, but Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2, both versions of Spider-Man 2. Now that I think about it, um, Amazing Spider-Man, uh, Web of Shadows. It's all the same. He's always the same boss fight.
Do you fight him in Web of Shadows?
Well, you he's an obstacle in Web of Shadows in the prison. There's a lot of Rhino,
Fair enough.
but however the you don't get to finish off the Rhino because Doc Ock comes with
Some kind of
a
manacle claws or something.
weird manacle claws, and but then some paramedics are taking away Black Cat because she got injured, and she's like, Spider Man, it's a trap. They're not paramedics,
Well,
and they're
no,
the
he,
same
he, he
dudes.
actually turns back into Peter Parker.
Yeah, yeah.
So, um, you look all confused when Black Cat gets taken over. Um, and then the next scene is you. I think it's you talking to Johnny, isn't it? The Human
Yeah,
Torch.
Johnny Storm.
Yeah. Which you
Because
can.
you do meet you meet there are other characters in this game aside from like other like heroes who come in at different points.
Well, not the other Fantastic Four, but you meet other Marvel
No,
characters.
just Johnny Storm. Captain America comes in at the end.
Yep.
You also
Punisher.
get Daredevil and yeah, the Punisher.
Yeah. Um, and um, and then you're talking to Johnny, and you tell him his story, and he's like, "You'll find Venom." And he's like, "How? Venom is invincible to my spider sense. If any luck, Venom will find you. Have faith, Spidey." And then he flies off, and then
And then Venom appears on the TV in Century Times Square.
well, no, that's after you
Sorry, yeah, you were saying?
Oh no, yeah, that's before you go and fight Rhino that appears on the telly screen.
Yeah,
Um,
appears on the telescreen like, Parker, we have your wife.
just in case someone, I wouldn't know what I do, wants to come and get me, the little girl, then bring it on. So that hurt my throat. So you see Ben on the screen. He offers him out to a fight. Obviously, Spider-Man gets angry. Cat tries to calm him down. She offers to go and deal with Rhino, and he goes, "No, I'll come with you." And I've put the other people first before people who I care about. And I think Mary Jane would have wanted that if she had known. So after you see Johnny, you swing through the air, and suddenly Venom appears to your left, and he goes, "Want a race?" And then he says probably one of the best lines I think from Venom. He goes, "Parker hates it when I get the drop on him," and then you hear Spider-Man goes, "Oh, I hate it when he gets the drop on me."
And so you have this big, frankly irritating race through the city
Yeah,
where you have to keep up with them.
especially through that fucking building site. Oh my god,
Ooh,
that
sorry, lady.
didn't see a thing. Get out of
Get
my
out of my
way.
way, nerd!
Oh, still watch that first step, Parker. It's a doozy,
It's
dude.
a doozy.
Ow, my head. Oh, ow. And then in the PS1 version, there is a bug in this walkway that they go through the building, and this always happens no matter what you do, and he automatically gets stuck on the top right part of the wall. Um,
Yeah,
no matter what you do, this always happens.
yeah.
And on the Dreamcast, however, it doesn't. So as you're trying to follow Venom, you go to these construction sites that are being looked at, and oh no, we've missed out a level.
Yeah, the cop chase.
Yeah.
It's very simple. You run from a helicopter shooting at you. You dodge or take out the
Well,
cops. You release.
after you rescue Jonah from the
Yeah. You're climbing up a building, avoiding getting shot by the helicopter and snipers. You can actually jump into. There's a crane set up, and you can go in there. You'll find some power ups, and you'll also find plans for pumpkin bombs. And you've actually found a secret lair of the green or hobgoblin. I think it's a
really?
hobgoblin. Yeah, there's a secret lair, hobgoblin lair out there.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you got to go way out of your way to find it, and it's not worth it.
I might have to do one who has unlimited health. I think I can go and do it,
Hmm.
or the invisibility. But there's a bit in that fight where you're getting chased by a sniper, and he goes, "Have my target base," and you move out the way. He goes, "Negative." I was trying. Oh, it's too fast.
Yeah.
Um, and the sniper gets really annoyed. But no, so okay, that's my drives decided to come back online again. They keep
Yeah, but
disconnecting.
it, it's a pretty short. It's long to play, but it's not really that plot relevant to the cop chase. The cops don't like Spider-Man. This is a well-established fact.
Well, they don't like him because he apparently robbed from the expo.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so you go through um Venom and you fight him in this alleyway, and he goes, "Oh, where'd Spider-Verse go?
He can turn invisible.
Spider-Verse, come
He can
out
turn
from..."
invisible,
Huh?
and he can turn invisible, and he has the most unpleasant attack.
Oh, he licks
He
you.
will grab you and just lick you, and it's like, dude, this is weird. I don't like
Well,
this.
I think when he's looking around for Peter and he's like, "Come out and play," and he just jumps up from the top and goes tag. But yeah, he'll grab you and he'll lick you, and he's like gross. And then other times Peter will go, "Oh, get a breath mint." So you then follow him into the sewers, um, and
The
you come.
sewers are a sewer level, therefore they're obviously terrible.
Mhm.
A lot of slippery walls to climb on. A lot of swinging
Pipes to
around.
swing
Yeah.
across.
You're
Um,
fighting lizard monsters. There's a subway chase.
which can get annoying if you're not careful.
Yes. You also meet. You don't fight, but you do meet Kurt Connors in this level.
Yes, you do, but he's out of the way, off the beaten path. He's not easy to find. Well, that's after you go through the gates that Venom is standing behind, and you have to go and open them one by one. And every time you get one wrong, another one will close. And he
Yeah.
goes, "Oh, guess again." And then he's like, "Oh, look at the big brains on Spidey."
But
Um,
to actually navigate the labyrinth, because on the mode I played, there's actually underground is a labyrinth. It's a maze,
yeah,
and the solution is given to you by because Kurt, the lizard has been locked up by Venom, who took control somehow of the lizard people.
Makes sense.
Um, but he's willing to help you get to Venom. So he tells you how to get through, and it's a little confusing, but that's why it's on hard mode.
But Venom will also talk to you like from somewhere saying, "Warmer, oh, you're on fire, baby," and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Venom is cool.
And then you finally catch up with Venom,
He
and
has the classic supervillain setup. He has Mary Jane hanging from a crane, being slowly lowered into some kind of either acid or molten liquid.
it's water. It's water.
So he's gonna drown her,
Yeah, he's
obviously.
gonna drown her. Yeah.
But just and this is a two. You got to do two things in this. You got to one beat the shit out of Venom, and two keep the crane not moving.
Yeah, and if he turns it on, she'll say, "Peter, turn the water off," and she'll start doing her whole damsel in distress routine, all that kind of stuff.
My
And
advice here is to just hang out by the button.
there are four other buttons.
Oh yeah. All right, it's a
Um,
different game. It has the exact same situation, but only one button.
yeah, so there's four other buttons in this place,
Yep.
unfortunately.
But yeah,
Um,
you beat up Venom. You save your wife, and Venom's like, but why did you? But Parker, why did you steal the things? Like I didn't. That was someone in disguise. Oh, my bad. You're bad.
yeah, he's like, why Venom? Why did you come back? You should know, Spider-Man. We didn't do anything. You're the bad guy this time, you idiot. Think, Eddie, think. I was with you in the crowd, remember? And
Oops,
he's like,
our
oh,
bad.
how bad? I'm gonna kill you, Peter Parker. Get me out of here now. Oh, you're gonna get it, dude. Coming, honey.
So Spidey and Venom join forces
Yes,
to go to the Daily Bugle, and
briefly. Joint
they
forces.
invest. I love Venom in the just. So we're gonna go to the Daily Bugle and look at their computer records. Ooh, are we gonna surf the
Surf the
web?
web.
And
Surf
then
the
you
web.
just see him smacking a computer, saying, "Surf the web, surf the web." Quiet, Brock.
Yes.
He's freaking. I don't think he's supposed to be this funny, but he's hilarious.
Who voices him?
I don't know. I think Spider-Man though is voiced by Reno Romano, who voiced him in the '90s cartoon.
Is it the same guy?
I believe it is. I'm looking up the voice actors right now for the game though. Yeah, Reno Romano is Spider-Man. Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. reprises his role as Doc Ock. Uh, uh, cast. Darren Norris.
I was just trying to look it up myself, but I think I've gone the wrong thing.
Darren Norris also plays Mysterio, Scorpion, Punisher, Johnny Storm, and Captain America.
Sounds, yeah.
Just like D. Bradley Baker plays Carnage, Rhino, J. Jonah Jameson, Daredevil, and the Lizard. Oh, and the whole thing's narrated by the late Stan Lee, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course. Welcome, true believers and newcomers alike.
Our favorite webhead.
Well, he also does.
So,
Rhino Romano also does a Bank Thug #1 as well.
yeah. And Jennifer Hale is Black Cat and Mary Jane. And Christopher Corey Smith
I've
is
just
also Captain. Okay.
I've just looked him up and I looked up. Oh,
Oh, hell, Lawrence Fishburne's in this game.
so he was the one that did the voice. He's the one that did this voice in the cartoon, 90s cartoon.
Yes.
Well, it says he was voiced by Spider-Man 1999 series Ultimate Spider-Man, replacing Chris Barnes.
Yes. Anyway, you go to the Daily Bugle, and it's infested by purple symbiotes.
Yeah, well, do you know what they actually were going to do? They were originally planning to have the symbiote, I think, as human host or something like that.
Hmm.
But they couldn't do it because it was too dark.
Yeah, I wish they actually stuck with that. That would have been a lot cooler.
It would have
But
been,
you
but
also you find some of the two best pickups in the game. Fire webbing, because just pretend that makes sense.
yeah,
Um, which because symbiotes are weak to fire, so you can do more damage to symbiotes, and web armor, which makes probably my favorite costume in the game.
it is
It's a
good, but
it's a defense boost, but it looks so fucking cool.
I don't, I'm not overly keen on it, but I appreciate it.
It's my favorite. Um, so you find they're somehow printing symbiotes with some kind of machine.
Yeah, so I've just got pain in my feet. Sorry.
Oof.
Yeah, just
So
trying
you
to rub in
you
some
fight
cream to take away the pain a little bit.
yeah you fight through the Daily Bugle.
And
Uh,
you eventually find the imposter. Um,
it's obviously Mysterio.
hey, the imposter, the imposter. I have to say, you look just like me, except you're angry back alley than friendly neighborhood.
So it turns out to be Mysterio. He's really big now. You fight him. He has like things on him, and you have to break
Time
them.
for a little pest control.
It's 3 levels, and you have to fight him on each. And his attacks are different on each level. It's a
Which
really cool boss
can be
fight.
very annoying as well.
But you beat him, and then it's revealed that the true villains this entire time, after you make your way into an underground base, underwater base, mind you. The true villains all along have been Carnage and Doc Ock. Gasp! Doc Ock is actually a bad guy.
What a surprise! Didn't see that coming.
So you fight Doc Ock, you fight Carnage, and just when you think you've saved the world, Carnage and Doc Ock fuse into Monster Ock, the single most terrifying video game character from your childhood.
And this is meant to be a kids' game.
Yeah, this thing, like everyone who played this game as a kid, I'm sure has not great memories of Monster Rock.
No,
Because he
definitely.
chases you through the air duct, screaming,
Oh,
"Spawn!"
bad boy, die!
He is effing creepy. But you escape. You save the world.
A ship comes down. Venom's there. Get up. He
Yeah,
says, Carnage. It goes. He's not there at all.
no,
Um, he's gone.
he's gone.
Um, and and then you see all the villains in the jail cell.
But first you see all the heroes: Captain America, Spider-Man, the Punisher, and Daredevil. I think they're playing cards.
Yeah, and one
And
says, oh yeah, Johnny's dancing with Black Cat, saying, "Look, baby, I'm on fire!" And then what?
then you see the villains playing. They're playing They're playing cards, and then Rhino's like, "Ha, Go Fish, I win!" And then you just see like Doc Ock holding the bars and just silently banging his head against them because he's stuck in this
And
cage with
I,
idiots.
I think one thing the heroes say to Spidey is, "Nice for you to join us tonight, Spidey." Oh, I don't know. I was out saving the world. It's just a
Yeah.
great response. But no, I didn't mean to cut you off. But no, you see, Rhino Link sits on the thing. It makes the casual odd thug go up in the air who's got his head stuck in the ceiling, and then Doc Ock just bangs his head against the bars, um, and yeah, that
And
happens.
that's the first Spider-Man game.
Yes, I was gonna actually say something because it just made me realise that
I'll
we
say
made.
one. I'll say one thing that was super notable about this when I was a kid. This game,
Hmm.
the N64 cartridge, because that's a console I had as a kid. The cartridge was red.
Wow, that's really cool.
That is cool. I love when they do weird, cool shit like that.
Okay, so favorite part.
As a big Mysterio, as a fan, like Mysterio is my favorite Spider-Man villain. So the Mysterio boss fight, I gotta say.
Okay, mine has to be the Rhino fight because of the trash talking and the witty jokes
Mm, yeah.
and hey, did you get a charge out of that? That is expensive equipment. Toro, Toro, and then least favorite.
The Venom chase.
Ooh,
Not the fight. The fight with Venom is fine. It's the chase I don't like.
I would say um probably I'd say I'm not. Yeah, I'd say probably the Venom chase as well actually. So how about out of 10? What would you give it?
Frankly, I know nostalgia is playing a big part here, but I give it a solid 8.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
Like
agree with that.
there are better Spider-Man games. So you have to remember this game is like 20. It's like 23 years old now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
So one thing
it's
I was gonna mention is we might have to make this a two parts series because I can feel my sleeping tablet kicking in. So my eyes I
so.
literally I'm starting to feel tired and I'm in
Ah,
pain. So yeah, it's also late here.
so
And
next time, next episode will be probably next week. We're gonna look at Spider-Man 2: Enter Electro.
I'll be next week. Okay.
Yeah. So I've been Merrick D'Amato,
And I've been Classic Gamer.
and as we said, you'll be seeing this exclusively on Classix channel
Yep.
until we can get a subscriber count up a bit. But yeah, thanks for watching. Definitely check out his Twitch channel. There's really only one rule: don't be a dick.
Or you'll have Merrick to deal with.
I don't know. I got a new job and I can't actually be on the streams much at the moment.
I'm sure you'll be able to come back at some point.
I know, but I'm sure I can't monitor the stream while at work. I don't think my boss will be happy about that.
No,
But
no, yeah,
I'll be back eventually.
yeah.
But there are other mods that also have hammers that will deal with you.
Yes. There is one. Colin still pops in every now and then. But really sorry, guys, we had to cut this short. But of course, like, just I need to go to sleep because it might be a bit early in the evening for Merrick, but it's actually 12:30 where I am. So
But yeah, definitely we both really liked this one.
yeah,
This was a
yeah,
good one.
I like it. But I think it's worth making this a two part. And actually, I can get this one then up just after Spider-Man 1 has come out. So it actually is a win-win. Um, but yeah. But thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you all uh, in the next one where we'll discuss more. Next weekend, I think Merrick is saying that's probably when it will be. I think you're busy during the week. So yeah. But
Mostly, yeah.
yeah. Well, cheers, guys. Appreciate every one of you, and if you do subscribe, we are very grateful. And thank you to Merrick for helping with this. It means a lot.
Anytime.
And yeah, we'll see you all soon, guys. Ciao for
Ciao.
now.